Gmod construct is nice. It has plenty of space to move around in with cars, different structures to build some nice apartments that will cost your left kidney, and a perfect view to create some advertising. Yes, I am quite fond of Construct. And I am not the only one who likes this map, as there are so many different reskins to be found in the workshop. Some of them are rather weird that they caught my attention, as I am just a sucker for weird maps. Blame it on that factory explosion that totally wasn't my fault. So I downloaded a few GM Construct levels, pointed a gun to my friend's head and forced her to play with me and recorded them with our reactions. So before we continue, this is like a part 2 to a video from around 2 years ago. I just didn't get the itch to do a follow-up until now. That out of the way, enjoy this little compilation of weird GM Construct maps that can be found from the workshop.
Welcome to Team Fortress 2.
For our first map, we have TF2 Construct reskin, so I can put TF2 in the tags and rake interviews from people who like TF2 and GMod. When we first launched into the level, I didn't get such a positive welcome.
Do you know what neighborhood you're in, little robot? Do you know what fucking neighborhood this is?
She made more like indifferent to like machinery.
Oh, you wanna talk back? Look like, huh? Yeah, talk this, huh?
Please stop. Man, I never imagined she made to be this racist. So yeah, this is basically Construct but with TF2 assets, and that's about it. The mirror room is the same, the towers are the same, and the dark room I had an unholy creature living there. What the fuck, he one-shot you? Oh Jesus.
Oh,
hold on, I got this. While we discussed whether Majim evolved in wet paint, I decided we should have a CTF game, and it went as well as you can expect.
you a bitch.
Your intel room is supposed to be this way. Thank you very much. I just want to point out that I didn't censor any of this. Her microphone just did all of that, which was really funny. And I guess this is a pretty alright map, nothing too special. Come here.
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
In this Construct variant, Combine has taken over, so everything looks like it's been covered in piss. This reskin has a bit more to talk about than the TF2 one, as there are some thematic differences, like Combine structures that prevent you from entering these buildings. There are those weird pounders, the faraway tower is destroyed, and the water is as drinkable as the water in Helsinki.
With a nice, relaxing swim in the beautiful beaches of Serbia.
Okay. We found a hole that led to the mirror room, and this happened. Can you stop? The light room has been transformed into some sort of a train station, the dark room is full of sand, and speaking of sand, it reminded me of someone. You know, with all of this sand, you'd think your mother has been over here.
Wow. Wow.
I quite dig the Combine tower, as you can now ascend the floors without knock clipping, and then we found a way inside the tower and turned off the force fields, which then totally alerted the Combine to our location but took care of them quickly. I'm on your side, dickhead.
That's pain, asshole.
Honestly, it's a pretty nice level, really like the theming it has, so I do recommend this map.
Sä olet täysin turha tapaus.
Yar yes, Scalifax, this be the Construct level where the water rises and you get to be pirate. Or in plain English, this is a variant where water rises and you get to control your own ship. This is cool.
Welcome to the SS Shimeji simulation, get it?
I'm pretty sure you cannot joke about that,
Why, what do you mean?
1940.
Oh, then what do they abbreviate? Ships, or the ship name?
Yar, you don't want to know. One thing I don't like about the flood levels is how long it takes for it to get too deep, so we get to move around more freely with the boats. This level was neat, but personally I like the previous one more. Alright, hear me out. Since the workshop is filled with useless Five Nights at Freddy dupes, what if someone just made Construct part of Fnaf? Well, someone put Fredbear's Family Diner and Fazbear's Fry in this variant. And sadly, I did not again have a pleasant welcome.
Oi bruv, welcome to London, mate!
So this tower now houses Fredbear's Family Diner, where you will find Fredbear, the robot the place is named after, and Spring Bunny, who will years later turn into Springtrap. Or
Whore.
Ready when he sees a woman. Whore.
So real.
I'm gonna get fucking cancelled. I swear to God.
Worth it.
It is fairly interesting to see Savannah put Vesper Pizza here since it is a well-known location, but you know what, I quite like this inclusion, because it's just very original and there is no other reason, so you might as well just stop asking stupid questions. So the Fredbear location has a dining area with an extra room next to the stage, a kitchen, an office and a safe room where the employees could bleed out without disturbing the customers. The dark room has been replaced with Fastpass Frag where the third game takes place and we discuss how unrealistic Fnaf is.
I need to pull out my self-defense weapon.
Damn, why did the night guard think of this?
It's like set in America too, like they can just get a gun.
Like, it's so unrealistic, you know? Fucking, if they have like even that robot, even movies likely, they will pull out the Glock. So the Fastpass Frag is as you would expect. Green rooms, a couple arcades here and there, and the office has a door now, so that's neat. The final difference that we noticed was with the faraway tower housing a memorial to Rick May. So we booted up the night variant of the map and got to work. I spammed some cameras for us to use and of course the main bad guy Springtrap and this totally normal Fredbear. But as always, nothing goes as planned, so I went to check out what the issue is, which was a big mistake.
Hey,
Oh! Ah!
Oh my god, I see the camera. Yo, what the f? Oh my gosh.
Holy shit! After some time of screaming, I decided to go see where Fredbear went and ran into Springtrap instead, who was just chilling in the mirror room. We decided to try and get them come to the office, but the yellow bear had different plans.
Shut the door, shut the door, shut the door.
No wait, they're duking it out! It's the Battle of the Sense. The big guy one. And this guy still could open the door even if it was closed, so safe to say, this level is very nice, I quite like it. This variant just includes the moon from Majora's Mask where after 6 minutes it crashes to the ground. You can even change some settings in the secret room like the appearance of the moon between the 64 and remake logs. So we had 6 minutes to spare and decided to have our final moments before death.
They hit the second tower.
Coming in!
Where are you? Trash! Trash! If we don't make it out of this, I just wanted to say, you were never really that good at Team Fortress 2.
I know, but it's been one hell of a pleasure to play with you. Thank you for the memories.
Thank you for the strange cosmetic.
And yeah, that's the level. Nothing too flashy, but it was neat.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I forget what I said about Team Fortress.
That was a hell of a campaign, son.
This final map is called Building Construct, probably because it has many more buildings and rooms. So as it was the last level, we decided to go with Girls as Tour team, and I'd say it was a pretty good decision.
Cheeto! Look what I found on some dead guy.
Yuri, you should not be smoking that.
Cheeto! I'm hitting the flat clouds, stationné.
Since this level has so many changes, some tiny, I'll just be showcasing the major ones. So inside the tower we found an elevator that took us to the upper level, which has been reworked quite a lot, and there we found this cart thing. At the other tower is another elevator with a retractable roof where we notice a floating island in the sky. Up there we found a cabin, a gnome at the bottom of the pond, and teleporters that took us back to the first tower and a cave under the lake, where said gnome could be placed. There it opened a door that led us to some office rooms and we had some interactions that will definitely be canon in GLT.
Ah, Cheeto, do you think these have rations in them? It says gullible on the ceiling.
There was also an elevator shaft that led us to some abandoned spooky room and we decided to call it quits after that. Honestly, pretty neat level, I quite like it a lot. And that's it, that is all of the Construct maps. Overall, they were pretty neat, nothing too mind-blowing but still pretty solid maps. Before anyone asks why I did of 2D Construct, that's because for some reason it just won't work no matter what I did, so that sucks. I quite enjoyed exploring this level, so if there are any construct levels you would like to see in a potential third part, make sure to comment them down below, but make sure to like the video as well so it does well in the algorithm. My final message for the day is to tell you all that Girls Last Tour and GMod simulation are great. Subscribe for more source related videos and have a nice day.